You can decide what your borders look like, what your immigration policy is going to be, what level of immigration you will allow in, if you will allow migrants in, and all of those things. And the same thing goes for France. And the same thing goes for Britain. The same thing goes for every sovereign nation on earth. But the powers that be seem to want to make sure that particularly Western European nations and the US are unable to protect their borders, are unable to protect their culture. And every time someone comes out there, whether it's Donald Trump in 2015, we should build a wall so we can figure out what's going on here, or whether it's Marine Le Pen now in France, or whether it's anyone in literally any of these other countries that comes out, they're called far right, they're told they're Nazis, blah, 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 blah. And this is what we get. Elon kind of summed it up nicely on X. When the radical left can't win via the Democratic vote, they abuse the legal system to jail their opponents. This is their standard play throughout the world. And now, because this story is gaining a little bit of traction, even Donald Trump is commenting on it. This is yesterday at the White House.
Marine Le Pen, the far-right leader, got convicted in court and is now banned from running for office for 5 years. Do you have a comment on that?
That's a big deal. That's a very big deal. I know all about it, and a lot of people thought she wasn't going to be convicted of anything, and I don't know if it means conviction, but she was banned for running for 5 years, and she's the leading candidate. That sounds like this country. That sounds very much like this country.
I mean, that's Trump being Trump, yeah. Kind of sounds like this country, because that's how freaking close we got to them doing exactly that to Donald Trump. Fortunately, it did not work, and there is now a major fight brewing in France. And by the way, it's not like you couldn't have seen this coming. We have seen this coming, right? Why is it that no matter how far left you are, even the way that journalist at the Oval Office framed the question, far right leader Marine Le Pen. Well, what do you mean by far right? What does that actually mean? Meaning she wants France to largely be for French people. She wants people to be able to have a baguette and a cigarette and enjoy their afternoon without being mauled by an African migrant. I guess that makes you far right now, right? That's what they no one's ever far left, right? If there was some crazy far left socialist, open up the borders, bring all the Hamas people in, burn down Versailles, like everyone would be like, oh, it's just fine. They're just, it's just a lefty.